Here in Google Earth Pro, we will do a nearly accurate estimation of pole height in access point and client side. Zooming in on the map, by clicking the previously made line of sight path, which is named point-to-point network in the sidebar, which is currently highlighted, is it really or theoretically possible to transmit signal within the range of both area points? Now by right-clicking the previously made path, and then clicking on Show Heights Profile, we can see here that we have approximately 67 feet of heights advantage from the access point to client. But take note that the access point in this project is only a one-level building, and the client is three-level building. We still need to build a tall antenna for access point, at least 40 feet to 70 feet in height, based on the roof, to establish success probability, before we buy any type of materials. Now if we right-click on the access point named Bytes Crafter, and click on Show View Shed, which is basically an estimation, whether an area is visible, or viewable from the focus point, which is the Bytes Crafter. You can see here that some area is colored with green shade, which means in the absence of trees and other site obstacles such as houses, area highlighted should be theoretically viewable from the focus point. Unfortunately, in this illustration, our client coordinates is not highlighted, yet we can do something about it just by increasing the height of antenna's pole. Next is we could also try to show the view shed from the client's side. We could see that from the client's view shed, access point is also not viewable. With this data gathered, we really need to decide the best possible height for the antenna's pole. Let's try to investigate on access point or site A, in low points perspectives. Let's zoom into the coordinates and capture some footage, by mounting a camera in the temporary 10 feet pole. To show you, I managed to clamp camera to a temporary pole and hold it. Here from the access point, it's about 2.7 kilometers P to P client. As you can see, trees are leveled to 20 feet which we must surpass to maximize Fresnel zone. Moving on, we did also try to capture footage from the client side. We mount a camera on a 10 feet temporary pole and raised it just by supporting it with hands. So let's zoom into the client's side, just by right-clicking on the point named Store Connection. We did this on the third level of the building which give us an advantage on height. Now, here we are in the site B, and I would like to show you the area view from the third floor, and managed to hold a 10 feet pole to visualize the view. It's good that the client side is residing on the topmost level of the building, as we will be having a problem on buildings along the line of sight, which may interfere with the Fresnel zone. We need to estimate the total height of the client pole based on the altitude of the site, provided to us by Google Earth Pro, so that we can transmit and receive data smoothly. We are now finished talking about the area surveillance. We almost tackled all aspects of point-to-point network in terms of antenna's pole. Next part is building the access point mechanism, and all about the antenna pole. How did we make it? To make it reliable and flexible in all conditions. As you can see, we welded a pivot between the antenna and the point-to-point device which is in this build. We used the CPE 510 by TP-Link. It is a 5 GHz with a maximum distance transmission of 15 km plus, depending on area of installation. We used a 1-inch metal 5 to make the mechanism with only 7 feet long, which will be attached to the main antenna pole, that we use to maximize adjustment capability of antenna, because after we raise the 50 feet antenna, we will make some angular adjustment with that mechanism without climbing at the top of the pole. We will now preview you the basic features of the mechanism. Hope you enjoy and learn a lot from it. If you have any ideas for custom mechanism, please leave that on the comment box below. We are so excited to know what's yours. Enjoy the simple demo. that we are finished with the making of the custom mechanism, we will move on to building the actual antenna pole. As you can see on the 360 degrees view from the roof, there are lots of trees that might interfere with our established Fresnel zone plan. We plan to a basement or a platform that will take all the weight of a 50 feet antenna, in the middle of this wide roof. This is the freshly installed antenna with the mechanism in it. Basically it is like a flagpole, yet, instead of lowering or raising the device, it adjusts the horizontal angle of the device. So, let's talk about the basement of the antenna. As you can see here, because the roof is triangular or with angle, we make the platform at the center, so that we can take advantage of the big lumber beneath the peak of the roof. We now used number 5 concrete nail to join the platform to the roof. 5 nails on both sides and welded some additional iron pipe, which is about 2 inches in diameter. On the video, you can see that there's some kind of a stopper, which is perpendicular to the main pole. The reason for these is to be able for us to focus on the left side force pulling the whole antenna to make it stand. And then when the pole is perpendicular to the ground, that stopper really did its job. After that, we now secure all the cables around the antenna. You see that there is some kind of a lever and attached cable in it, right? The cable is used to adjust the vertical angle of the antenna device. The left side is pull and right side is released, when you want to face up the device, while on the opposite direction or configuration, the device can be face down. Maybe you'll ask, so we have the vertical adjustment, what about the horizontal adjustment? As you can see, the main antenna pole is not totally affixed to the base platform, so that we can easily rotate the whole antenna, for about maximum of 45 degrees left or right. Good idea, right? It is used to adjust the device from left to right or vice versa. We are sorry that we don't have any raw footage when we raised the whole 50 feet antenna pole, as we lost the footage accidentally deleting it. Hoping you could understand. Thank you for your consideration. Now please stay while we demo the whole build for the access point antenna pole. Enjoy the music. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, click subscribe. More to come. Click here to play this video.